If I was to try and describe to you, the viewer, who's probably sitting on a warm sofa in a warm room, or perhaps in bed or snuggled up or whatever, you're warm. If I was trying to describe to you the temperature of this workshop, I would compare it. It would be compatible to a witch's tit. That's about as clean as it gets. If there's many things that I've made in my life, and I'm going to make loads more again until I die, is frames. Picture frames, mirror frames, whatever frames, and this is a frame that I need to make. When me and my wife went on holiday last year, one of the places we stayed at collared us when we walked out the lift and took pictures of us, and of course they say go to the reception, you can buy them, la 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 la. My wife there, she really liked them, so she bought them, and of course somebody's got to make a frame, ain't they? Yeah, somebody has to. And this time I'm making it out of some hardwood door liner, which is this sort of stuff, about 55 centimeters, no, 55 millimeters wide, hardwood, and something I have loads of, bed slats. Now the bed slats are bent, of course, because they're made to be lied on, which makes them flat to support you. So it's going to be bent. Now I've done this before in a video where I made a shelf. So I made a straight thing, flat thing, out of bent things. If I can remember, I'll put some links up. Whether I do or not, I don't know. I tend to be forgetful. But again, I'm going to make a straight, flat thing out of bent things, and then put flat things inside them. I've had a bit of a measure, and I think I need to cut more, because you have to remember what I've just put together. I've got to slice into 4 separate pieces, and at the moment I'm only going to get about 4 centimeters wide each one, and I want a bit more than that. Yeah, I do. So I'm going to cut some more, and yes, I'm going to bore you and make you watch. Now that is a bed slat sandwich. Much better than I made it wider. So let's have a measure, let's have a see, because first thing I need is a straight edge, and of course it's not straight. You can't even see, can you? Of course it's not straight, it's a bed slat. Bed slats are bent in order to be bed slats. Right, straight edge first, then a bit of a count up. So now I'm at the point where I've made those bent things thinner, flatter, and now straight. Yeah, straight, that's what I've done. So now I've got to let that set itself up into the final bed slat sandwich. Then I'm going to divide it into 4 pieces, stick edging on, and this is where I'm getting boring, so I'm going to stop now, because you'll see in a bit. Yeah, the hat's back on. Anyway, I have just cut that big sandwich of slabs into my pieces. I've got these 4 here, and I also have another one that I made a mistake on. So luckily I had room for one more. Now, I didn't film it cutting it out, because it was exactly the same way I cut other stuff. Bit repetitive. Be mindful of that, Jeff. Anyway, now you can start to see what I like about using these bed slats, because you've got the straight edges, but you've got all this bent stuff in between. Now, I don't know if you can see yet on camera how they sort of go against each other. Perhaps not yet, who knows, but you will see when I add the next bit, which will be, do you remember these pieces that I cut at the beginning? Dead straight hardwood, and once I put some finish on it, dark. Now when I start putting these either side, you can start to see some curvy going on, and curvy is always good. So what I need to do next is to glue these outside pieces on. When that's dry, I'll glue the inside pieces on, but being smart, I'm going to create myself a rebate without having to use a router. Ooh, thinking woolly outer. Right, that's the next bit. That's my hardwood edging put on. Things are starting to looking straighter and straighter by the moment. So now I intend to put this thinner piece of hardwood, which will be on the inside like that. But I need to flatten this edge up as I flatten this outer edge, and also there's a difference in the thicknesses of about 4 mil or so. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to clamp all these together, slam them through my thickness planer to get it to some uniform height. It's cold. Yeah, it is. Flat. So I've got 4 of them, all the same dimensions in all the ways and everything. nice and flat surface to glue to. Now this is my thinner section. This is going to go on the inside of the frame. So on the outside you'll see that, but on the edge, you see, there's my rebate. No router needed, even though I've got 3. So I'm going to stick all these 4 on each piece, this edge, and then leave well alone. The temperature is below freezing now at night, so the glue is taking much longer to dry. So I'm going to leave well alone until the next bit. Yeah. Glues up. And like I said earlier, it's freezingly cold in here, nice and comfortably cold, so the glue's going to take a lot longer to dry, so leave that alone, Jeff. So what have we done? We have started off with this sort of thing, bed slats, and then we sort of made it to like that sort of thing, thinner bed slats, then added some of this stuff, the hardwoods, gluey, clampy, stick. Then we used this old thing here, and we also used this glorious thing here, a load of this stuff, and we've reached that point. There's still more to come. Oh yeah, because I'm going to be using some brass rod, because I'm fancy like that and it's for Christmas, and some kind of finish, maybe oil, maybe varnish, maybe both. I haven't even decided that, but yeah, I don't even know what I'm going to do next for tea. Hey ho, leave alone, Jeff. I'm pleased with that. Oh yes, I am. And I like the way it's turned out. Right, what I'm going to work on now is the corners. Let me show you what I'm going to do. So this is our corners, and at the moment they're held together by glue and glue alone. What I'm going to do for strength is dowels through this piece, crossing the join into the next piece. That triples or whatever the amount of strength it'll have. Now I normally use wooden dowels for this, but it's Christmas, well it will be, so I am going to use some brass rod instead. Yeah, fancy. Cut pieces of brass rod into there, dowel it through, so when you see on this side the circle of brass, when I put the finish on the wood, it's going to look tasty, and taste is good. The first coat of paint on MDF is the same as sweets with kids. Vanishes straight away. I'll have to do another coat tomorrow. Here I am at this point. I have put 2 coats of linseed oil on there, boiled linseed oil, and it's so cold in here it just ain't drying. It's had 2 days and it's as wet as though I just put it on. So that's got to be put aside for a bit. I might have to take it indoors, which makes it difficult because it's meant to be a Christmas present who also lives in the house, if you know what I mean. Anyway, I'm getting on. Now I've got to sort out the glazing, but it's not glazing because I don't use glaze. I don't use glass. I use Perspex. Lighter, safer, easier. And I recently found this. Yeah, big old sheet of Perspex. It was heading for the bins. I grabbed it. So I'm going to cut this out using the backing board that I painted to size. Yeah, we'll do that now. Well, fixing the pictures down is always the bit I dislike the most, because that's where things get all finicky and things have to be in line and yeah. But it's done, it's okay. Right, now glaze up, panel, pin the back in, and I think we've almost done, apart from a little hanger strip. Oh, you must be so tired of this video. Don't worry, it'll soon be over. So the less enjoyable part of the job is done, but it was a right old mare to do because it's so cold in here. Oil wasn't drying, but I had to get it done. Deadline today is the 22nd. Christmas Day is around the corner over my shoulder, if you know what I mean. I've got to get this thing done. But my fingers were sticking to oil. Oil was getting on things that shouldn't have oil on. Anyway, it's in. All I've got to do now is the hangers on the back. Now, I'm going to use some of this. It's aluminium wire that I pulled out of a skip in about 200 years before aluminium was discovered. And I'm going to use that because I've got it. It's strong. It's easy. And it doesn't matter what it looks like because it's on the back. Unless the walls have eyes. They have ears, don't they? But they don't have eyes. Well, perhaps they do. So yeah, this now. I don't know why I called this aluminium. It's mild bloody steel. I mean, what is going on in my head? Ah. Plenty strong enough. And that is the end of that. Bit of a long video for you, but you know, all good things come to those who wait. La 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 la. Now, you're probably wondering why the hell have you posted this video before Christmas Day, Jeff, when this is somebody's Christmas present? Simple reason being, this is for my wife Althea, who's in the pictures, and she doesn't watch my videos. Haha, easy peasy. That's an easy one, that is. Anyway, soon be Christmas. Get this present given, and everybody else opens their present, so have yourself a good one, and all the rest of the things that people normally say.